in Darwin. How have you approached this game?
It's really exciting. It's great for the girls to have a home game. You know, we flew in this morning and I feel like we're at home straight away. It's terrific that for the first time our Darwin-based players don't have to travel, get to sleep in their own beds and just have a full week uninterrupted. So we quickly reviewed last week's performance, but we've got to look at the good with a little bit of bad as well. The good is what we're focusing on, have always focused on. We've continued to do that this week and looking forward to a massive game.
As much as it's feeling at home, it's obviously the different conditions. You've been playing in Adelaide quite a lot, interstate, cooler weather. How have you prepared for that?
Yeah, look, I think having a pre-season over summer, it's extremely hot in Adelaide. It's really hot here. It's humid here. We had that great trial match up here against Freo. Everyone knows what to expect, and I've never seen a player drown from sweat before, so I think we're going to be okay.
I'm just going to read my questions if that's
Go
okay.
ahead.
Have you felt the pressure to select territory girls, seeing as though you're playing in Darwin?
No way. Sure. No worries. No way. Each week we select the best team that will play for the Adelaide Crows, and every week, whether their players are in Adelaide or Darwin, they've been doing fantastically to put themselves in the best position possible. So this week we've gone with who we think is the best team to beat Melbourne.
Do you know how many territory girls are in that team?
This week? I think we've gone with 6 this week. The exact breakdown. Yeah.
Coming in, or
No, that's with Taylor back in this week.
Taylor back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Taylor's back in this week, so that makes it 6. Yeah.
How close did Lauren get? She's obviously been emergency the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Lauren's emergency again this week. I mean, she's been doing so well. She's obviously one of the bigs in the team, and our bigs have been playing really, really well. So each week, Loz has come up, and she's close. Yeah.
Okay. Different feeling this week. Obviously, 4-0 start, and then you've finally had a loss. It was only very tight into a very good side, but does that create a different feeling?
I don't think it does. We've approached each week the same. This week is no different. We hope to play the best football possible. We've put ourselves with 4 wins in with a massive opportunity. And opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. So we think we're already on the dance floor, and let's see how we go this weekend.
I know you don't want to talk grand finals, but we are getting to the pointy end, and wins are going to count even more at this stage.
We still won't engage in talk of it, Mark. I think that's the thing. We just want to win this game of footy and see where it takes us next week. Yeah.
Chelsea Randall said yesterday that the team's had slow starts so far this year. Is this an area of the game you'll be focusing on?
You know, I think we'll definitely talk about it. You know, are you Ricky Ponting or are you Alan Border? Ricky would love to come out and sort of slash away and win the test in the first innings, whereas Alan Border, I think, like to preserve and then win it in the second innings. There's no doubt that, we'll be talking about that, but that's a credit to the opposition that we play each week, and the opposition last week put some incredible pressure on us, as we in return did. Carlton did a similar thing when we played them. They put some incredible pressure on us, and that stifled our ability to score. So we've talked about ways through that, and that's a bit of composure and still continuing to play the football that we want to play.
Is there anything you learned out of last week in such a tight game, right to the wire? Did you learn anything about your players that you didn't already know?
I knew that they would fight to the end. The effort that they showed to finish the game out, that is exactly what I know them to be. They're a terrific group of people that just kept going, and we just missed out by half a kick.
What about the Demons? Obviously, they're going to be the opponents this weekend. Their form's been a little bit up and down, win-loss.
Yeah, they're a formidable midfield unit. And we don't look at their win-loss record. In fact, we've not looked at opposition's win-loss record. It's been an important way to how we've approached games. Daisy Pearce, Karen Paxman, Elise O'Day, Mel Hickey, great footballers, and they'll love the nice open spaces at TIO, I expect.
And all those girls have had a lot of football this year. Do you try to starve them in possession? Do you tag at all? What do you plan to stop that?
Tagging is not something that I'll be doing, and I think it's probably a bit of a negative tactic in this format of the game. We'll be concentrating on us. Each week we've concentrated on how we will attack and how we will defend. The girls get a little bit of information about the opposition, and that's respectfully where they need to be and what they need to get, because they're a development group. But in terms of anything, do we worry about every single player? Are they left foot? Are they right foot? Those are the things we can't get caught up in because we won't play our style of football.
And outside of the midfield, what makes them a good side, a difficult side to play?
Well, they're young and they've got that desire to win. Melbourne have got a really young list and they've shown some fight back in really close games. So we've just got to bring our pressure game. We've built ourselves on a foundation of pressure and we'll continue to do that this week.
Will the girls run out with more motivation this week, given they need to keep winning to have a chance of a home final?
We won't be talking about it. They'll be motivated to play really well on a home ground. They love playing footy at home. Whether that's in Adelaide or Darwin, we expect a very loud pro-Crow crowd, and that's exciting for the girls. They want to do that. They want to do that in front of their family and their friends here in Darwin.
Now, I know you don't want to talk about grand finals, but we are getting to the point again. So what sort of things are you concentrating on that you need to get better at if you want to be contending for that sort of honour, I suppose?
Again, I'm not going to talk about it, but in terms of week in, week out, what we try to do is we try to focus on our decision making under pressure and execute it a little bit better as each week goes by. So that's certainly been the focus this week.
And that was rammed home last week in a tight match?
Rammed is probably a bit harsher word than what I would use. We openly talk about the highs and the lows of a game in our review, but it's very strength focused, what our weapons are and how we can best bring our weapon to play the opposition in the coming week.